Let's take a look at the main functions of the top menu in MALMIJAL modeling. Open data file. You can open the selected data file in drag and drop mode. Open data samples. Drag and drop makes it easy to check data samples. If you double-click the MMJ file, which is the extension of MALMIJAL, it runs in a new window. Let's take a look at the Signal Processing tab, which is enabled only in drag and drop mode. Click the Pre-process, Statistics, Filtering, and Spectral buttons at the bottom to see the result values. Select the Radio button, change the Toggle button to drag and drop the data file to see the result value immediately. Open and close Work Model. Click the Work Model button to open or close the Work Model window. Open and close Graph Options. Click the Graph Options button to open or close the Graph Options window. Open and close the Data Table. Click the Data Table button to open or close the Data Table window. Open and close the Parameter Settings. Click the Parameter Settings button to open or close the Parameter Settings window. Return to Default Layout. Click the Default Layout button to return to the default layout. Create a new model. Drag and drop mode closes and creates a new model in modeling mode. Save model. You can save the model you worked on as an MMJ extension file. Open Model. Allows you to open a saved MMJ extension file. Click the Drag and Drop button to open or close the Drag and Drop tab. Let's take a look at the key functions of the work model in the modeling mode of MALMIJAL modeling. Right-click on Data. Select Signal item from the data item and append it. Right-click on the empty signal item created. Select Data Properties. Through the pop-up Data Signal Generator window, you can select various signal types. You can enter values for amplitude, signal frequency, sampling rate, recording time, phase angle, and SNR. Let's append a file item, just like how we appended a signal item. After selecting Data Properties, choose a file from the Data File pop-up window to load it. You can change the sampling rate input value. In the same way, let's append a folder data item. After selecting Data Properties, choose a folder from the Data Folder pop-up window to load it. You can change the sampling rate input value by right-clicking on the created data items and selecting Selected Data Properties, or by double-clicking the left arrow, you can change the data properties. Let's learn how to append a process item. Right-click on Process. Select the process item and append it. Right-click on the created empty process item. Select Process Properties. In Process Properties, you can select Data 1 and Data 2, and in Pre-process you can choose dtrend and 10 other functions. You can also enter the corresponding input values for each pre-process function. In the same way, append a process item and open the Process Properties window. In Process Properties, select Data 1 and Data 2. Under Statistics, you can choose Descriptive Statistics and 5 other functions, and enter the appropriate input values for each function. Append a process item and open the Process Properties window. In Process Properties, select Data 1 and Data 2. Under Filtering, you can choose Moving Average and 4 other functions, and enter the appropriate input values for each function. Append a process item and open the Process Properties window. In Process Properties, select Data 1 and Data 2. Under Spectra, you can choose Fast Fourier Transform and 8 other functions, and enter the appropriate input values for each function. This is an example of using the cross-spectrum function in Spectra under Process Properties to select Data 1 and Data 2, and to set the window type, number of FFT, and overlap. Let's take a look at adding a display item. Right-click on Display. Append a display item. Right-click on the empty display item created. Click to select a data or process item. Select the checkbox of the signal, file, folder data item, or process item for which you want to check the graph. In Display, you can select multiple signal, file, folder data items, and process items to check the graph. Let's try exporting the result values of the display item. Select Export Selected Display Item. When you save the display item and open the saved CSV file, you can check the data values of the display item. When you hover the mouse over a data item, you can see the data information of the data item. When you hover over a process item, you can see the information of the process. And in Display, you can check via tooltip which data or process it is. By clicking on the name of a data, process, or display item, you can change its name. By dragging a data, process, or display item with the left mouse button, you can move it up and down. Moving between different item types is not possible. Let's take a look at how to delete an item. Right-click on the item. Click Delete Selected Display Item. Data and process items are deleted in the same way. However, when a process item is deleted, the linked display item is shown, and at the same time, the linked display item becomes empty. When a data item is deleted, the linked process item and display item both become empty. Linked items are indicated in reddish-brown. Let's try deleting all the items. Select Clear Data Items. All data items are deleted. The process items and display items that were linked become empty items. Process items and display items can also be completely deleted in the same way. Let's take a look at how to append a new work item. Select Append Work Item. You can see that a new work item is appended. In the same way, multiple work items can be appended. By clicking the name of a work item, you can change it. Let's try deleting a work item. Select Delete Work Item. You can see that the work item has been deleted. You can move a work item by holding down the left mouse button and dragging it up or down. Let's take a look at the key features of display in MALMIJAL modeling. Open Model. You can select the graph line from the selection box at the bottom right. Right-click on the graph line. You can change various options in the graph, such as color, style, thickness, markers, cursor, and data tips. Let's take a look at the functions available using the mouse. You can move it up, down, left, and right while holding down the left mouse button. Double-click the screen to return to the original view. While holding down the right mouse button, you can stretch or shrink it in all directions, up, down, left, and right. You can zoom in and out using the mouse wheel. By pressing the mouse wheel and selecting a rectangular area, you can zoom in on the selected area. Let's look at how to place the display window where you want it. To place a display window in a different position, hold the left mouse button on the window and drag it to the gray box where the arrow appears on the screen. This allows you to position the display window wherever you want. The order of display windows can be freely moved forward or backward. By right-clicking, you can group the display window tabs horizontally or vertically. Leave only a single display window by closing the other tabs, and also float a tab. By double-clicking the label, you can change the title, X label, and Y label. By right-clicking the Y label, you can change the limit and the DB reference.